As we move into spring, it's time to take a look at our lawns. This can need a little bit of TLC at this time of year after the worst of the winter weather has taken its toll. And on my lawn, there's a few things I need to address. When the autumn leaves fell, they accumulated on the surface of the lawn and the rain settled them down, and now these patches of leaves really need to be raked out and removed because they're smothering the new grass growth which is trying to develop. And the other thing you might notice, particularly if the weather has been very wet, is that you will start getting moss growing on the surface of your lawn. Now, I'm not going to treat this with any chemicals, but you might find that if the conditions remain wet, this moss is going to go on growing, and again it's going to smother the new grass growth. So I really need to remove both the fallen leaves and this moss to ensure that the grass can grow up and give me a good healthy lawn to enjoy during the summer months. Now, there are a few things we can do. If you've just got a good old garden rake, then you can go over your lawn, removing any leaves or moss and collect these up and get rid of them. Or rather than the garden rake, you might have one of these lawn rakes with spring tines in it, and again this can help to remove any of the dead grass and the moss and the leaves which are built up on the lawn surface. Both of these jobs are quite hard work, but they'll get there in the end. You might instead want to get yourself a powered lawn raker. This is an electric model. I've had this for many years now. It's got these little spring tines inside which will rake through and to remove any of the accumulated debris, collect it, then I can dispose of it. And you can see the spring tines down here, this row of tines which just hit just above the surface of the lawn and will help to rake out any debris. Now, this particular model has also got a height adjuster on the back, so I can raise and lower the roller at the back, and that will raise and lower the tines so that I might want it lower so I can really scratch over the surface of the lawn, or I can raise it up just to collect the leaves and the debris. So let's give this lawn rake a go. This is electrically powered, so be careful of your lead. Make sure this is plugged into a residual current device to cut off power so that there isn't a problem if I were to accidentally snag the lead. Keep the lead to one side, and now let's give this a go. Safety button in, let's give it a rake. Now, I've given the first rake down the lawn, but actually didn't collect much debris at all, and it hasn't really scratched the surface of the grass. So I think that is an indication that I really do need to lower the blade down to make sure that it's cutting a bit deeper. So let me adjust this now. There you go. I think I've moved it down to its lowest blade setting now. This might be too low, but I'm going to try this and go down the lawn and see where we get to this time. I don't know if you can see now, but I'm really collecting a lot more of the leaves and the moss as I go down the lawn. And this particular model has a little compactor. Just pull those back. I've got a little, just get buried in here, little compactor panel. I can pull that back, tie that around the top here, up on there, just to hold that in place. And now I can go do a little bit more cutting. If I come back, you can just see how now I've managed to rake out a lot of the leaves. You can just see the line where the lawn rake has been. So I'm now going to continue mowing over my lawn. Takes a bit of time, but I'm quite pleased with the job it's doing, really removing lots of that surface thatch, the old dead grass that's built up on the soil surface. A lot of the moss is coming out, and all those fallen leaves that got compacted down onto the lawn surface. So I can collect these up, and I'm going to mix these into my compost heap so I don't have to waste any of that material. So now I can just finish going over the lawn with my lawn rake. As I say, you might find other sorts of models on the market. Some of them are true scarifiers with little blades which cut into the surface of the lawn and also help to improve the surface drainage and aeration where the roots of the grass are growing. But at this time of year, great spring job to do is to rake over your lawn, get rid of any moss which is starting to form. Conditions hopefully going to be drying up now. You want to encourage good, strong grass growth. So a spring feed would be highly recommended too. This way I'll get the lawn in really good condition to enjoy over the summer.